Hey guys, hello, good morning. Morning. Taking some selfie. Hello guys, good morning. Had some technical issues. I wanted to get my initial headphones, but it seems like they have no battery. I charged them, sorry. Okay, let's get everybody on board. We already have some interesting charts, but what I was looking at sadly on Bitcoin, we already had a setup last night. You can see it here. So what I'm thinking at, look at these equal lows areas. We might see a sweep of these lows and even this fair value gap, maybe consolidation. But let's see. For this range, we are at POC. We might retest value area low, go for the value area high. We'll see how it develops. Let's get more people here and then start the analysis. I like the fact that on high time frame we have a like 4 12 hours. We have a market structure shift. Yeah, but there's a big but. So it can easily cancel this low, and we are still bullish on this time frame that we are looking at. But this area needs to be retested somehow. So we might see something like this, and we are still bullish for this intermediate time frame. Let me know how's the sound, guys. Hopefully everything is all right. If you want it higher volume. Good morning, Alex. Let's get more people and then we start analysis. Sound is low. There you go. Let's get it a bit higher. Okay. The volume is now higher on my microphone. So I think you should hear me better now. Let me close my window too, because I have some birds here that are I don't think they are pelicans. I don't know what birds they are, but they are noisy as hell. And I have a lot of police cars and go, it's better now. On crypto, so Monday range was already played out on crypto. That's good. Thank you, Peter. Was already played out, but it was played out like last night. If you go on daily, you see, then 4 hours, you can see Asia was the one that swept this Monday high. Nothing to do here. And we have a nice pin bar fractal, pin bar candle on 2 hours. You can see it. But usually we can have a retest on this area, or we can have we can hunt a classic setup. And here we have the third wave, and then something like this. I would use stop loss either here for a possible head and shoulder pattern, or straight DM M top. Well, let's wait. 8%, 8. That's good. I think we can start. So Forex, if we go on daily, and we can watch some setups, put some S&R levels, starting with Euro. Yeah, we are already short exactly on premium and on VIP. We are already short, so we are all right. I would play a setup here, but I would be careful of this equal high liquidity. So a sweep of this area would be imminent, let's say. But in the same time, if we want to play a quick rejection here, we can play the setup. You can see sweep of this high. Then market structure shift. You can put a sweet spot here. And you have the market structure shift here. So I'm looking forward on shorting euro. I have my plan on shorting euro today. There you go. Okay, that's clean. And if we go on daily, why I want to short euro? You can see Monday high, Friday, Monday, Friday. This is a Monday high. And more than that, this is the previous week high. Yeah, it's a very, very important area. You have to put them on your chart. So we can play, actually we have 2 scenarios or even 3 scenarios to play here. We have the intraday trade that we can take, like scalping level, if we are looking at this, and I would play a sweep of Monday high here, as we had a market structure shift. Yeah, swing low, swing high, swing low, higher high. You know me. The third point, it's creating the trend or the structure. You need three points. You can't have structure with 2 points or 1. And we have a confirmation of a market structure shift here on low time frame, but also on high time frame. So I would play a sweep of Monday high in confluence with 61.8. You can see it aligns pretty nicely. Either we go classic with stop loss up, or take a 0.91 fib. If I have a week above 91, I will take that one. I'll play something like that. We'll see how it develops. This was my idea from when I saw it saw it in the morning. But on high time frame, we have the same stuff, you can see. Yeah. But a big one, there are three intermediate time frames. So here is one time frame, which is low time frame, and we can play it on scalp level. We took care of that one. Then we have this time frame, which is another intermediate time frame, and we have this time frame. So it's very important for this is some juicy stuff that a lot of traders are misconception that they don't understand how the time frames work and when you should play a setup and not, because basically here we are in a bull scenario, okay, on this time frame here. But on this one we can easily play shorts. That's why you see me and Paul playing short when everyone is bullish and we make profits. I mean, we don't care about any bias. We care about specific scenarios that we play and specific setups that require any key that require uh, a specific set of things to happen in the market. Let's say like that. Yeah, that's how we find our edge. Yeah. So for example, on this intermediate time frame, we have again a setup. You can see sweep here. This is a deviation more than a sweep. Then here it's a sweep. So we broke the structure here, and I would expect a rejection in this area. Maybe sweep some of this liquidity and then continue higher if the market wants. But it's very important to take in account all the time frames and be aware of what's going on. Because if I would like to play the 4-hour time frame, if I would be to play the high time frame, then I would look for some liquidity points and some S&R points like this one here. So you can see on medium time frame 4 hour, I would expect this high to be swept at some point because it's a previous week high, including this point here. We have an SFU here, so I expect this one to hold. Yeah. But we have some equal highs here, so I would play a setup on a higher time frame too, like around here. But in the same time, we have equal highs, so it's a bit dangerous. But that's how you would play it. Something like this. Maybe a stop loss higher than this, and 2.5, something like this, in case they SFU, because here we have 3 equal lows, so they will go for those equal lows. Let's go on Bitcoin and see what's going on. So my time frame for intraday, this is what I got on. This is what I'll play on euro. Bitcoin dominance, I'll wait for it. This is one level of S&R, a very important flip level, 50.82, then it's 52, 50.8, and this can still be a deviation because we had deviations on weekly time frame, a lot of them, including here. We spend, you can see 30 July to September, we spend a period of time until you can see it's a 3 days time frame, until we reclaim back in the range. So this was a deviation, same stuff here, a deviation with a SFU of these highs. Yeah, so just give it time. I don't think it's a breakout yet. For me, a breakout would be range reclaim. I would like to see this range reclaimed, then maybe some bullish structure here, reclaim the next one, the 52, and then target would be 57. So level by level, guys. Until then, I still think this is a range and we'll come back in the range. Ethereum, usually when we have weeks like this, they will start the consolidation inside of them. Thank you very much, Nick. Exactly. This is like the core of my concepts, and if we'll start this series, and I'll do it in a very constant way. We'll keep it maybe 1, 2 per week, and we'll have this kind of streams where I show my edge in the market and how I treat the market and how I look for my edge. Let's say it like that. Let's put it like that. In my opinion, we should now we are just consolidating this FU move here. So this is just a range bounded by this movement. So if we go on a daily chart, you can see the same type of structure. Picking it up as a conservative way, yeah, this is on a medium time frame, because on a daily time frame, you can see that Ethereum, in order to create a market structure shift, it has a pivot low point at 13.7. So that's huge. I mean, in order to break the bullish pattern that it created, Ethereum needs to go 1.3K. It needs to go a lot down, like 40%, I don't know, 20. So in order to create a bearish character, because right now it created a bullish one. But Bitcoin, more interesting than that, has the pivot low point here at 19.5K. So this is a thing that I observed on the weekly and high time frame, that we started a bullish structure right now. And the most beautiful pattern for me on when I take a setup, this I would call an A plus setup, yeah, would be the range. You can see here range high and range low. Yeah, clean deviation. We accumulated the hell out of the market here. We even had an SFU of this area. We had a long from this area. It was really nice. But this was like A plus setup, was perfect. Everything was there. And after this deviation, you can see price reclaimed back in the range, and we didn't quite retest it completely, but we'll have all the chances. But what I'm still bullish, why I'm still bullish, I can be bearish here. And you saw we played a lot of setups here at this local bottom at 25,000. We are long from this SFU level. It's because this is a range, yeah. And in order for the price to get back inside the range, we need a downtrend, and then we need a rejection, and then we'll start consolidating back inside the range. But what usually happens is we bounce off this range because we just broke out, yeah. So there is no logic for right now for the price to go here in 24,000, 17,000 price range. So this would be my next range. We have two ranges, two big ranges. And for the price action to become bearish on a high time frame on Bitcoin, it needs to break this. And what I expect, if we'll have like a black swan or anything like that, I expect an SFU of this level, which is the 78.6 of Fib too. So I expect an SFU of this one, but not a candle body close. And if you go on zooming in here, I remember Paul were in the weekend and he told me just wait a little bit for the price action. You can see what we had here. We had a beautiful 3-bar fractal bottom here with SFU, clean SFU of the bottom. And look at this, it's beautiful. Yeah. On all the time frame, it's looking really good. This last three, 4 candles. Okay, so let's go back to low time frame. We swept Monday high, beautiful M. In my opinion, this one can be shorted for a quick 2 risk to reward or 3 risk to reward. We are already short, as I mentioned. I have one more short here, which I posted on, which I explained on VIP why I'll be shorting this area. But we are already short from 61.8, which is 27,070, 60, 70. We are short from this area. And we are long from this area. I still have both of them. But what I will be looking at here, let's see, is very interesting. I'm looking for a retest of this area here, which was a previous pivot point, quite important one. And then maybe even this area, if I'd be to play the ranges. Let's put it here, because we have value area low, which is quite important. This would be the peak of volume. And here we have a breaker block. So if we go on a 4 hour, you can see we have a big fair value gap, breaker block, juicy W. I think this W is on 12 hour. You can, yeah. We can even retest this week here. Nice tweezer bottom here. We have some equal lows in this area, which I think they will be swept. Most likely they will be swept. Nice rejection here. Off of this one, this can be a deviation and back inside the range. But there's a long way until then. Okay, let's zoom in. Euro is pushing. On this one, you can play it on two ways. If you are a very good trader, you would go 1-3 minutes and wait for a bearish pattern, like some divergences, an M, a 3-bar fractal, you name it. Any reversal structure would be good around this area. But in the same time, you can lose the bus because interesting area. You can lose the bus because we can have a quick rejection and then go straight down, and that can happen too. Let's see what we have more. I don't like this structure. It's more like a bearish pattern, this one here. Maybe we can play a short. Lots of liquidity here. This one has the setup too. You can see SFU, swing low, swing high, lower low. Yeah, 3 points. And the fourth one should be a retest and then down. So we can play a setup here on 5-15 minutes. Lots of liquidity created, which is good for a short squeeze. to get our order filled. Let's see what we have. On the left side. That's a pretty good area for a low time frame reversal. Some rejection here. Even this one would be even better. Support, rejection, deviation, rejection. So this area would be a good shorting opportunity. But until then, we can play low time frame. So I would wait for the price to come in the short below zone. Somewhere around here at POC. That's a good area. Not a bad area at all. Let's see. Adi, what's your idea? Short on Bitcoin. Same scenario, yeah. Same stuff. I lost the screen somehow. There you go. Don't forget to leave a like, guys, if you enjoy this stream. If you don't have a short here, maybe we have the chance to frame one together. Having the fact that we swept already Monday high, I expect for this SFU week to hold. So you can classically play something like this, but it depends on your risk appetite. Let's put it like this. I don't think it will retest that much because the breaker is created here. Classic breaker with fair value gap. We even have a BPR inside this range, so most likely we reject this area here if it's to retest it. It depends on what structure price wants to reject from. It can be a head and shoulder pattern, or it can be a classic M rejection. Yeah, no worries, next Bosnik. Not a problem. You can. That's why I'm showing this stuff here, because any setup that you missed, it can have a re-entry, because you can play straight setups like without a confirmation, because Mountain Man doesn't require necessarily a confirmation. Yeah, that's a setup that doesn't require confirmation. But after you have the Mountain Man rejection, you can play a confirmation setup like we have here. Okay, so I would play it on two ways. I would put a stop loss like here. I would take this M with the stop loss here. I know Paul is more conservative about the stop loss, and I don't encourage anybody to use this kind of stop loss. But if you want to play something like this, just use a small risk and play two of them. Yeah. If you want a higher risk to reward ratio. If not, just go conservative and take the whole week as a stop loss and cover it with your stop loss. That's the best thing that you want to do if you have a higher capital. But in my opinion, price should not surpass this red area if it's a M top. If it's a head and shoulder, yes, it can take the stop loss from this one and go and retest a part of this area. And here you can see clean that we have a supply area already confirmed. So price should not go above this week's area. A lot of liquidity to the downside. It looks good for a setup in my opinion. Euro. Let's see if we get an entry. I would wait for a 1-3 minutes confirmation on this one. Okay, let's see Ethereum because we haven't spoke about it. Ethereum is a bit more lazy than Bitcoin. And you can see what Ethereum did. Exactly the weeks that I spoke about, they are formed by the Monday range. So we have Monday low and Monday high. Also, you can see structure-wise, I wouldn't call this a market structure shift though. Because there's a lot of bearish absorption, meaning that the bulls have stepped in with buy orders here aggressively. So I wouldn't take this like as a bearish market structure shift necessarily. But what I like is the fact that they have front run the 61.8 level, and we have Monday low in confluence with 61.8. So we can play easily a mountain man in this area, meaning that they will go for there's a high probability for them to consolidate this area, take Monday high, reject Monday high, go for the next liquidity point, which is Monday low, and then they will go higher. Yeah. And if we play 15-20 minutes time frame, this is just intermediate time frame now. You can see right there. On a higher time frame, we didn't change the structure, but we have equal highs. So that tells me that they are creating liquidity. On the low side, Ethereum is a bit annoying because it left equal lows, while on spot it didn't. It swept it, so it's fucking annoying. But this here is still equal high, so it makes me think that price action will want to go for those highs. Yeah. So I would like to play something like this. I don't know if I would play a short from this Monday high, because this is a weak bearish sign. It's not a strong one. We didn't displace, we didn't close the candle body below. You can see even 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, everything looks the same. That was a lot of buying pressure in that area. And euro is passing. I took a small position. I already entered, but I'll add again if I get a chance to see a reversal pattern. The XY has support here. Low time frame structure tells me that it should bounce from 61.8 because on low time frame we had liquidity created, then liquidity swept, then market structure shift, which wasn't retested, and then they created again liquidity. As you can see here, there's a lot of liquidity that was created. So they are sweeping liquidity now, and there's a high probability for a bounce from long reload zone from this area. So not a bad idea. You can see equal lows here. I like it. That's pretty clean. I mean, Forex can fuck up your trade anytime because they are market is not in the easiest environment right now, but we have to play the setups. Okay. So maybe we get a feel here. USD CAD, you said, Otto? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Nice S&R level here. Nice one. I like this area on high time frame. The next area would be this one. So going up. I would like, this is a very important level, Otto. Damn important level. You can see it even here. So it's the same line. So let's go Monday range. We swept Monday high. Where is Monday low? Equal lows here. Don't like it. Not quite, Otto. Not quite. It doesn't have the same setup. And you can see why I don't like it. You understand why I don't like it. Yeah. I would long an SFU of this area. But in the same time, you want a reclaim of this blue line. It's a very, very important area. So for a long, I would like a reclaim of this area. I took a short here, but I took it market. We still have equal high, so it will sweep it. No worries. They are just creating liquidity now. Yeah, exactly. It's weaker. And you can see they are creating liquidity both ways. So if you want to play something, just wait for the liquidity to be created, swept. Then if you have a liquidity pool like that and plus an equal high, then you already know how to play it. And then next point. Play 1-3 minutes reversal, key reversal here with a bullish pattern. Like this one, we have a setup here on 1-3 minutes. That's a clean setup. It can still fuck us a little bit. Clean deviation. But if you want to play that big, if we take an entry here at the previous range, and I say it, I want it until here, that's a big risk to reward ratio. So, but maybe they want to SFU again. You see that all the time. Okay, so I will play a straight as. It's like a triple tap here. Triple tap it's when you have a low, created a higher high to hold the liquidity, then SFU'd. That's why I like the SFUs and why setups usually require SFUs. Because you have a lot of setups that can occur from that SFU. You have like, for example, head and shoulder. It's a pattern which the head SFU built the liquidity and then rejected. Okay. Then we have the distribution pattern, which is the same stuff. It requires an SFU. So I tend to like more the patterns that already had an SFU than the M patterns. When you have an SFU, I call those setup like A plus, because you have more reasons to take that trade, and it tells me that market makers have less reasons to go back and SFU to SFU that area, because they already grabbed the liquidity and they want to go for the next one. Damn, I can see these charts are so little, so that's a Bitcoin short on 3 days, or what the fuck is that time frame? Or on 3 minutes? 30 minutes, okay. Swing high, swing low, higher high. Yeah, that can be taken as a trend line. Don't have too many reactions off of it though. How about CAD? CAD what? CAD auto, I would wait for an SFU. Either way. I will try to take a little long here on US 500. Just due to the fact that we have a lot of liquidity to the upside. And we are at this S&R flip level. I'm looking at this one. I didn't took it because Ethereum, it's very weak right now, and altcoins are damn weak right now. You wouldn't want to take a long on altcoins in this specific daily, weekly time frame that we are on. A lot of fuckeries are going on behind the curtains, and I don't know what's going on. We will know, definitely will know at some point. But altcoins are not to be long right now. They are to be bought on spot. So I am accumulating this as we speak. We have some really good levels. And the XY continues to plunge. That's good. Sui. Let's see Sui. We have a nice W here, but be careful. Don't take straight Ws, because these Ws can easily be like they easily can turn into a bearish pattern, like a bear flag. So this one has low structure, so I can't low amount of structure, so I can't relate too much to it. A lot of liquidity below, which is very good, but it's very important. Okay, this is a clean deviation. So this deviation would bring us into this area. Now we can play like a rejection here and take profit, first take profit here. This one is lacking market structure. Mm. Don't tell me that's not an LJ line or the LJ line, because I'm not using it as for an LJ line. So don't pick up on me. It's how I draw them. Okay, let's go. Lower time frame. If you want to play something on this one, you play ranges. It's pretty clean. So you can see now resistance, resistance, support, resistance. Yes, I would play a deviation on this one. We have a nice M. Need to take profit here. But if you are already short in this area, this is a case where I would take an M because it has a lot of context. Yeah, that's why I went on 1 day, 4 hours, and stuff like that. This is a clean, high probability setup, let's say. You saw me watching other charts and I said, no, I don't like that one or that one. Yeah. And now, so after you do all the context, you go on daily, you go on 4 hours, you see, okay, we have some support here, some resistance here. After that, you go on low time frame because you need to understand the context. Okay, most of the people just go on 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and they are beginners or intermediate, and they are losing the big picture. And it's fucking important to know what context is that about. And after you do all that kind of research, you try to find a good setup. So this one looks okay-ish. Someone said AVAX. Grot said AVAX. Let's see AVAX. Daily time frame AVAX is beautiful. So maybe you are part of premium, maybe you are part of VIP, and you are familiar with me and how I trade. Yeah. Who knows? So this kind of this thing we have on a lot of crypto and on a lot of altcoins. And you know how I trade this. And you know how powerful is this kind of shit here. You can put it like this, yeah, or even like this, or whatever, but I would take this one, yeah. And you know how powerful is this kind of thing, yeah. And look at this accumulation phase, 377. So this is what I'm thinking. This one can be larger, whatever period it requires, but it requires a quick reclaim of this area. So this is a very, very important level. This is the box. This is the power of 3 setup that I usually play. So this is not an area to to sell, especially on spot, to sell AVAX. This is an area to accumulate when you see this kind of thing. Okay. So we had an SFU, a quick reclaim. I don't like this candle, so I don't like it. On 4 hours, I don't like it for a long. Definitely, I don't like it. Because you see, candle, this type of candle, you can see it here. Okay, we had a big reaction. We pumped a lot here. Like, you can 20%. Yeah, 31%. We can do the same shit here. but I don't have an edge here. Can pump and retest this area. Where I have an edge, it's here and here. So after we sweat liquidity, yeah, this is where you have an edge, this area. Because you want to see some sort of context. This is just a range here. If you want to go on 15 minutes, or it depends the time frame. I need to know the time frame that you are watching at. Because on 4 hours you don't have too many things. I wouldn't even take a W in consideration. You can have all the W's in the world here, but like you have here. This is just a redistribution or reaccumulation. Yeah, it's putting an M auto. I'm watching at this bastard. I'm already short. I entered here at my field is 94. It's 0.51. 51. Yeah. I said about this short. Are you late, Otto? I said short Monday high. Short the hell out of the Monday high. I still expect another SFU of this area and then go down. DXY didn't reach long reload zone yet. I know. I know. So, growth, no. I don't like this structure here. You can see they are creating liquidity. Low, 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 low. Liquidity, sweeping liquidity, then creating liquidity on the other side, taking liquidity. This is just a range if you want to play it, where you want to long here and short here if you want to make money. Don't forget to leave a like, guys. Share if you like. If you have friends who like crypto or trading or investing or want to learn whatever, it helps us a lot. Look, this is what I like. I mean, I don't even care about what color the candles have, but this is what I like. Yeah, creating liquidity, creating an intermediate low. Yeah, swing low, swing high, took some liquidity. Yeah, again, SFU the low. This is something that I would play, and now I would try to long. I would try to long potential retracement in this area. This is a W that I consider with the left, yeah, the left leg, SFUing all the previous liquidity. Then you want to see if you have location and stuff like that, because it's very important. In the same time, you have a short setup here. And you can see it's at a very, very nice level. Very, very good S&R level here for a short. Created liquidity, which is very good. So we can see a short squeeze here, take this equal low, equal highs, and then down more. We can play a setup even here. But again, I would prefer to take it on 1 5 minutes, 1 3 minutes. Because these ones, they do a lot of fuckeries. Put questions, guys, if you have them. Whatever time frame, whichever alt that you like, or forex or whatever. Ethereum is quite dead, out of liquidity here. When moon, we can moon here on Ethereum. I can see a little bullish pattern. First, when moon. Well, I don't know, but I like what I see on 3 days time frame and 1-3 weekly time frame. I fucking like this. This is a structure that I like, and I can play. If this would have been like 1-3 minutes chart, I would play the shit out of it. Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah, it's exactly what you need. You have intermediate low, intermediate high, then new low, quick reclaim above that low. That's an insufficient retest in my opinion, but we created on a weekly chart. This is a whole leg up, but on a daily chart, this is a low that has to hold. But I can see a breakout from this one. We can do a breakout and retest the highs of the range and maybe then go back in the range. We will play the shit out of this chart. That's why we are not trading too much. I don't know how to say it. We trade a lot of confirmations right now because people are losing money heavily in this period, and we are making money. We made some money. Like 2 months ago, we made about 20 something percent, 26, 25. Last month we had, I don't know, 15 to 20, something like that. And this month we are again on plus, so we are okay. Look at how much liquidity they created here. This will be swept at some point. Okay. Let's go for next question with US from Nick with US 100. Oh, US 500. Well, if you go on daily, Nick, not on daily, let's say. Yeah, this is. I explained where I would like to short. This is still bullish as fuck for me. Let's go on 12 hours. Yeah, exactly, Nick. People are making nice money there, and I'm making nice money. I'm happy, not just to the fact that we are making money, but they are learning a lot because it's a very active program right there. We are trading daily, we are live streaming daily, like you see me here, and I had people who send me a message, dude, I need to take a break, like 1 month, because my brain is just overclocked. There's so much information, and my journal is full. I need to put all that information in a good place. So, if you want to learn, that's the place. And to go back on ES, you can see this is a flip level, very important one. And here we created a breaker block because we had a displacement above this previous resistance point. So now it turned into an S&R level, which is support right now. And if we are going to 30 minutes, not 30, we can see it better on 5 minutes. There we go. We can see we create liquidity here. Then we had a dump, which was then SFU'd, a reclaim, which broke the structure here. We broke the structure. and we are consolidating it, which I like. They can go higher, but I want to buy this retest, because basically here market showed me that okay, we SFU'd, we took all the liquidity that we want below, we want to go for the liquidity above. And having the context on high time frame that this is a very important level, we can still SFU the low, don't get me wrong. We can still SFU the low, reclaim, and then I would long it again. Yeah. I mean, we have really nice setups when price SFUs. We got wild risk to reward, like 10, 20, like really wild setups. I thought that I heard an alarm. But this is something that I want to long here right now. So I would look for a long here. We swept liquidity. We created a market structure shift, a bullish one. Even if you put an indicator, which one was it? I don't have too much. Well, I have bullish divergence on 15 minutes. That's just like, and even on 1 hour. That's a plus when you have that thing. So, not THZ, ICT. If you are not too good at liquidity, and there you go, market structure shift. This is not a market structure shift for me. It's just a liquidity graph. You can see it on 15 minutes. But on 15 minutes, you can see it identified exactly what I said. We have a clean market structure shift. Intermediate low, intermediate high, SFU, and higher high. This is a higher high. Piotr, DAX short. 1 second. Oh, they are dumping already? Ah, GER 40, I think. GER 40. There you go. Have it here. I think you mean the short that Paul gave with from the DR. I still trail apart from it, but less than, I think it's 0.10, like 0.10%. I tend to trail all my trades until some point when I see a pivot point, like a key reversal or anything like that. They don't want to give us an entry yet. But what I like here, anybody can tell me what I like here on this area? This is telling me that the price will go higher. Who tells me why? So that's why I want FOMO into a short, because I know price will go higher. Price will do something like this. Will create liquidity below. No. This is why Nick. This is why the price is telling me that they left liquidity here to trap a lot of people and trapping them into, oh my god, this is going down without me. Let's market short this shit with the stop loss here. Because frankly, because you did that in the past. You said, oh my god, they are front running the AM. Let's enter here with a with a tight stop loss and make those money. And it's not like that, you know. It's not like that. Exactly, bluffing. And people that don't understand how the market makers are creating liquidity in order to grab it, they will be fooled by this type of movements in the market. CHF. USD CHF. Pepper. Oh yeah, Otto. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Touch the S&R. 5 minutes. Yeah. That's clean. That's clean. It's deeper because you require this kind of knowledge, Nick, in order to trade low time frame, because you can't randomly throw setups at market. Because if you random, when you know how to play, when you will know when to play a mountain man, so and then you'll play a shark, and then you'll play an SFU. And so for the if the market has a context of SFUing all the liquidity and creating liquidity and hunting that liquidity, and you have a liquidity hunting context, your mountain man and your shark will be useless because they will take stop loss. And you want to maximize and you want to know when to use those kind of setups and when to throw them at the market. You don't want to randomly throw setups at market, but you want to know when to throw those setups. And sincerely speaking, a W or an M, they are useless without the proper context behind them. And not just location, because if you and Fibonacci the same is not a tool that you want to use without the context, without other confluences. We have a lot of liquidity here, Otto. So this area is good for a take profit. Maybe we can get a better entry on this one. Yeah, sometimes the Ws and the Ms, they are working and they are fine. If you want to play like a 3-step setup, you look for location, you look for market structure and then divergence. It's okay. It's not bad, but it's not the best setup in my opinion. And it's not the best thing to throw them randomly at market. You can be profitable with just one setup, but you need to be damn good at it and understand what the market is doing. It's very important. I'll try to expose like 1% today on these ideas on Forex. 1% total, not 1% each. So be aware. So I have USD CHF. The direction is that I'm shorting USD, so I'm shorting the XY. Not really. Then Euro, I'm short already. And I want to long US. That would mean that the XY should go down. Yeah, I'm okay. Because basically these two of them are countering each other. And I want to short this one too. I speak with, many people DM me and they are saying that, okay, I'm not making money or even I'm losing money. And I'm playing Mountain Man and I'm playing Shark and I'm playing SFU and I play your setup, the SS setup. Well, 2-3 weeks ago, the SS setup was useless because market makers would not respect it, would not respect the level. And you hear Paul sometimes speaking about, okay, summertime, play the SFU setup. Well, that is a context. Yeah, he has a stuffy journal. Like I started having mine. It's not stuffy. It has just like 10 months of journaling. But what that journal does, it helps you identify the context where and when you want to use the specific setups. Because if you see that the price action is quite weak and before reaching your mountain man level, and you have your mountain man level at a previous point, which in the past was, okay, let's see, put it like this, resistance, yeah, and you see that the price is going back up there, retesting, definitely you want to short that mountain man here, because you saw in the past, okay, it was a resistance level, price reacted really well in that area, so let's short. You don't want to enter a setup without looking at the context on 4-hour daily chart and stuff like that. Because if your resistance area is here, and here you would have a shark, then your mountain man is useless and you would like to play the shark. And you have a fair value gap here, and you have previous highs here, which was resistance. You want to play shark. Or if you have a lot of equal highs, then you want to play SFU. So if you played mountain man, stop loss hit. If you played shark, stop loss hit, then you would wait for SFU. Basically, what you need to do, Nick, is make sense of what's going on. You need to make sense of what's going on and try to understand what's going on. And not as Twitter. You have to take Twitter out of context because there are few people that can help you on Twitter. But on the charts, you have to understand, to try to understand what they are doing. I'll put my entry a little bit higher here. And I have a VIB in this area. You like this one, Otto? I think you like it. 5 minutes here, VIB. Yeah, not 100% because they can easily SFU it again. I can easily see a megaphone pattern building up here. And these motherfuckers to go for my stop loss. I can see this coming up. What DR? I'm not playing DR. I don't even have DR on my screen. I just played liquidity. Is the DR bullish? I don't know. Ah, okay. I haven't opened the DR. I'm not using the DR too much lately because it tends to give me a bias. I don't know why. For trompeta. Yeah, trompeta. That's good. That's good. Hopefully it's not trompeta. Nice level. Fucking nice level. On this cat level. So I think I'm a bit too... This one can easily reject equal high in confluence with 61.8, and you can see here it was S and R. So I think I will look for a SFU short of those highs and 61.8 entry on 1-3 minutes here. Hopefully it's not trompeta. Yeah, nice, nice plan. This one was posted by Paul in the VIP, and then he posted on, even on premium. Nice plan. We are long from this area. We shorted the top here. I mean, in my opinion, this can be moved at break even, but if you want to be more conservative, you would like to move your stop loss at break even after we break these lows here. I would long the shit out of this area when we get here. Yeah, US on. You took it? Ah, you took the VIB entry. I'll get my entry too. I think, I hope. Initially, I used the wrong fib because it made another higher high, I think. I don't know why my entry was a little bit lower. I am short on euro, but just with a part. I would like a sweep of these highs here. Not too many things to do now. We have our setups in the market. Now we can just drink a coffee, relax, work, whatever everybody's doing. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Maybe we'll keep it until past 30, like half, 11 and a half. If with B2 play this range, So I rarely use Monday low or Monday high as a stop loss. You never want to do that thing. So that's a thing that you want to put in your journal. Never use the Monday high or the Monday low as a stop loss. But if you still want to play the range, yeah, something like this, you would like to put your entry not necessarily at SFU because sometimes you can do equal low, barely above that level, yeah, and your stop loss. You want to find some other confluences for your stop loss. Like we have this intermediate low on 5-15 minutes, which was an important SNR. You can see here. You would want to play it like this, but maybe with a confirmation. But never use something like this. And you say, okay, I'm playing Mountain Man here. Well, you play a Mountain Man and you put your stop loss where the market makers want to hunt liquidity, which is wrong. Not necessarily wrong, but it's like, look, and you have this liquidity, you have this low here. Market makers will most likely go for that area. And you want to avoid, have an order, you want to avoid this kind of things. Cook my steak, that sounds good. I have some liquidity above here, so I can see a short squeeze coming. Retesting this area and then dump, maybe. There we go. Now we have a long. But I have a confirmation to move stop loss. That's a very good point. Well, you have to write in your plan, brother. You have to write in your plan your methods of trailing stop loss. Answering to the first question. To the first one. You have to put in your journal 2 or 3 methods on how you should trail your stop loss. Either being a THG, depending on the time frame, you want to use the ATR from the THG, which is really good. But you want to use a higher time frame. For example, if you are trading 5 minutes, you would like to use a 15 minutes the ATR, yeah. Or if you are trading 15 minutes, you want to use a 30 minutes ATR. That's how I do it because I want to trail safer. I don't necessarily, if I took a trade on 5 minutes, I'll trail with 5 minutes. So you can use a THG and create a method based on it, based on historic testing, not blindly. Okay, not I put THG and I trail, not straight like that. Or you can use market structure. If you have a structure like this, and let's say you entered here, yeah. But this is way harder than THG because here we have a market structure shift. Here we have a market structure shift. Sorry, here we have a break of structure, which is a continuation. And after each break of structure, you can move your stop loss behind your highs. But you have to be careful because there can be easily an SFU of those highs, not necessarily candle body close, but a liquidity grab or a deviation, and the price still go lower. So you can either use market structure or ATR for stop trading. And adding to my position after a confirmation. For example, if I took a Mountain Man and if I see that, okay, they broke the structure. For example, if I have intermediate point, intermediate high, if I have a lower low created here, I'll enter here. And when I saw that they broke the structure to the downside, I look to add a retest. Let's find an example. Like here, you see downward movement, SFU. We broke the structure here, and you have a higher time frame break of structure here, but this is an intermediate one. So this is early confirmation. This is higher time frame confirmation. You can play something like this. You enter here. Yeah, I'll look for this low to hold auto. If not, then can be trompeta. You take some profits here, then you look to add again. But what I'm doing lately is taking partials and then adding to the position, which is not that easy. But market is not in the easy mode in order to have a 5R, 12R. Even though we had last week with Quant, we had a nice trade. But you want to secure profits, and it's good to know when to secure profits and when to leave them running. Let's see DAX. Oh yeah, they are dumping, even though. Oh yeah, trompeta. Oh, Dow Jones is strong. Dow Jones is looking good. Maybe I'll close this one at break even. A setup is a setup. I'll take the stop loss. 0.2, not a big deal. But it's not looking good, indeed. If you want to close it, yeah, close it. So, Brata, you want to add to a position when you are in profits. Never add when you are losing on that position. And you basically want after a confirmation. For example, if you see that, okay, we have a bearish retest here and it's making an M, you can add that M or specific pattern, but you need to be very careful not to overexpose your position while adding. This one was a nice long on low time frame on 1 minute. Clean setup. Really clean one. Hey Tolga, partial take profits? Well, to take partials, you need to understand the ranges and how they work. And you have to watch for a reaction on low time frame. For example, price can just nuke through a range and don't care about it and go to the next one. And you would not take profit at a range that was already displaced. But you would like to take profits if you see that, okay, he's facing some support there. we have a possible reversal. For example, if you were short from this SFU, just an example, and you see that here you have a S and R level, you have support and resistance. And you can see that price reached this area. Yeah, and you have a really nice trade. You had a really nice, you're deep in profits. Let's say you're 6R, 5R, but you say, it will go to I don't know, 12K, and I'll be a millionaire. No, that's bullshit, because price will not make it so easy. That's why you need to secure profits. For me, for example, first area for a partial, if a position like that, I'd be in a position on that, would be the SFU of the low. Because this low can either be SFU'd and reclaim back inside the range and go for my trade, go back at my entry. So it can be SFU'd, range reclaim, and then go back to my entry. Or it can be displaced, which didn't happen. Displaced meaning a big fair value gap. Yeah, and then it goes lower. It goes for the next range. Or the third scenario is just consolidated, like we did here. So they consolidated this area, which you see had lack of consolidation. And if I see that they are buying, meaning that they make a demand here, each touch of this area is pushing back in the range, I'll take profits here. I'll take some profits. And adding, you can use THG for adding. But on adding, you want to be really careful, because you can expose DAX reach the poo. And the US 500 almost reached my stop loss. And they were going down. Anyone managed to take market entry on euro? We have a 15 minutes M now. Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, I know you you will take it. Took it on 1 minute, I think. So Tolga, at the beginning, you don't want to focus on adding to the position. Don't try to do that. I don't encourage anyone to do that at the beginning or intermediate level. First thing that you want to learn is when to take profits. That's the most important thing, because it's absolutely useless if you're trading and you're not securing profits. And most of the people, they don't know when to secure profits. That's why you need a plan, because like we have the plan on high time frame on little old lady. We have that plan where we say, okay, we will take profits here, we will buy here and here. That plan is telling us where to take profits and when to invest. You want to have the same plan on low time frame. For me, it's the lows, the SFU of the lows. These are key levels, and then I'll look for other levels of potential SFUing or flipping. DAX broke the lows, and my S&P -1. Yeah. For example, DAX, I would expect a bounce on this area and then a bounce on this area. And now you just watch. If you still got a short from the top, you would watch bounce from this area, or maybe SFU here, stuff like that. Sometimes, yes, Tolga. Sometimes I have a rule. If you want to keep it stupid simple and make profits, trust me, you make profit. If you take partial at your risk to reward and you make a stupid simple system where it tells you to risk to reward, take 50% profits and create a system for the same the same thing, create a system for moving the stop loss at break even, or maybe halvening the risk of your stop loss. Yeah, which I sometimes do. Halvening the risk of the stop loss, meaning moving the stop loss halfway after I took some partials. It's absurd to say that you cannot make profits using that. Okay, you're not maximizing the profits that you can make, but maximizing the profits requires a lot of knowledge. Until you get to that level of knowledge, it's good to stay on taking partials and paying the trader. Because think about this thing. Let's say you're a VIP member and we have a lot of trades. Indeed, you cannot compare. Paul said that many times. You cannot compare the profits that we make because we are able to trail better, to take partials better. For example, if you had a week that you can see it's rejected really quick and you didn't have time to react, okay, you will not take profits on that area, or you will not put a trade on that area. But if we are constantly profitable and we put setups there and say you're not profitable, what that means? It means that you don't have a system for take profit, or you're not taking profits where we mentioned to take profits. You don't secure those profits, basically. That's the first thing that you can fuck on a trade. And there are many things, but you have to take them one by one. You have to take execution and put them on the paper and see where you don't know how to, where you lack skills. No, I don't um, often use aggressive stop loss. I use it when I see that the market is doing a lot of SFU moves and it's in a hard environment. Because on a hard environment, you either don't trade and protect the capital, or use a very aggressive stop loss technique. Let's see what Paul has there. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it reached the chaos level here. Indeed, look at this level. Fucking chaos level. This look at this top notch SFU. Look at this area. Random levels. Just random levels. You're more than welcome, Tolga. And what I wanted to say earlier, if you're not profitable, when you see that people around you are profitable, you have to put that on a paper and ask why, and divide a setup, like dismember it, I want to say, and what it has, what are the parts of a setup. Yeah, you have to think about take profit, about stop loss, about execution, and so on. I think that was it for today, guys. We had some setups. Now we wait to see if we get a feel on this. We are already short on some of them and long, but hopefully it was useful for you guys and you learned something. We'll start doing that most often. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and distribute this to your friends, and rewatch it if you think there are valuable informations here. Yeah, thank you very much, guys. See you on the next one. I will announce on Discord when the next one will take place. And if this one has a lot of reach and we see that people are appreciating this a lot, we'll do it definitely more often. Thank you very much, guys. Bye bye.